Welcome to today's furlough fun. Today we are going to clean these disgusting doors. They're pretty bad. It's probably a year or more of grime and filth buildup because I haven't cleaned it. So we're gonna use this fancy. I'm gonna have to get a washcloth too. There's Molly. She could help. So we're gonna use this stuff. It's the only stuff that I've used so far that actually works really well. Everything else just kind of sucks. But this stuff is really good, but it also takes a lot of elbow grease. And so you get a little workout when you're doing it. I'm going to go grab a washcloth or a rag. We can do this. All right, there. You're going to want a couple rags because, well, they get dirty and they don't clean as well. And when you get to the final stage of it, you're going to want a clean rag and probably one that has a little bit of texture to it. So I'll use that one for that. But let's see, how do we do this? It's been a while. I have to remember. All right, apply to a damp, soft cloth directly onto the shower door. Okay. And then applying pressure using a circular motion, rub onto the surface, rinse and wipe dry with a clean paper towel or cotton cloth. Okay. Well, I'm opting for this. I think it's cotton. Whatever. I don't know. I don't see the ingredients or I don't think it has ingredients listed. Hey, this is great because it's got a little army. So these are rags that we cut from our clothing when the clothes go bad. And so we try to get multiple uses out of it. Now, probably it isn't a great idea to have this stuff on your flesh, but I'm not putting on PPE, personal protective equipment, because I'm just not going to. It'll take too much time and I'm old, and who knows what difference it will make. All right, so first we're gonna squeegee this on. It's kind of like gritty, and I think maybe that's why it works so well, but it's a nice little workout. I have to order some more. I'll be running out, I'm sure, after today. Use quite a bit of it, but does wonders. It's years of nobody else cleaning this. I used to do it a lot more. Back when I worked from home, I had at the very least 40 extra minutes of time because I cut the commute out from having to drive to and from work. I also cut out the time required to put together a lunch, figure out what I was going to wear. I mean, you still had to dress to where if you had a meeting, they could tell that you were professional, but they never knew what kind of pants you had on. I like to let it dry a little, so I tend to just move on to the next door. Now you see me, now you know, right? The inside is way worse than the outside. You can see my knee where I busted it a few days ago, falling off of a nice little step. That was fun. It was worse though that I managed to twist my ankle or something and yeah, couldn't walk on it for a few days. But look, hey, I can walk on my ankle. There's bathing suits in here. Not mine. I don't know the last time I wore a bathing suit. Yeah, it uses quite a bit. That's okay. Just keep spreading it on there. Crazy is like now at the very end, you get some nasty stuff. And I've been told that if you use a squeegee after you take a shower, it cuts down on some of the buildup, but apparently nobody wants to use the squeegee. How do you spend your furlough? Or your days off, for that matter? Normally, I really do like to clean. This is not one of the most fun things. It's a lot of work. I mean, I don't even use this shower. This is my children's shower. They have the nice, pretty shower. Old, it's not really rotting, it's fine. Rub onto the surface, rinse, and wipe dry with a clean paper towel. Well, I have rinse water. I'm wondering if I can just do the front. I think I'm gonna do the front. I'm gonna slip and bust my hiney. Trying not to say swear words. You know, I don't think I swore as much before I joined the military. And then joined the Air Force, and it just seemed like we all had mouths like sailors, which personally is not a good thing, I don't think. I think it's very attractive to pepper your words with unnecessary words. I don't know. That's good. I just got poked in the butt by something behind me. That's wonderful. Looks like someone's shampoo bottle. Didn't Adam Sandler make a joke about that? You know, as I'm doing this, you can kind of like feel the grit on the shower underneath. I don't know how thick of a layer you need to get. What I figure is I'll go over it once, and if it's still horrendous, do it again. It is getting warm. Theoretically, there shouldn't be much like buildup on the outside unless somebody is showering out here, which would mean they're using the toilet, which I would think would be weird. I don't think I'm gonna use the toilet to shower, although I've seen a lot of like end of the world movies, and in a pinch you'll use a toilet for a lot of things. All right. You know, the sad thing is that this is the easy part. The outside definitely doesn't feel as gritty. Maybe that means the outside will be easier to clean. I don't know. There, look at that. Now let's rinse this puppy off. We're going to put our nice little bucket of water right there. One more time for good measure. I know, it looks like I read this every 5 minutes. I have a short attention span, okay? I forget things. Rinse and wipe dry. All right, so I guess rinse would be throwing my little bucket of water out. Make sure my shorts aren't being eaten by my butt. You can't even see what I'm doing. It's so disgusting. Let me use this to wipe another one to wipe it better. This is kind of like, seems like giving it a double cleaning, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave it out there. Think the kids would notice? All right. That side's done. My foot still not completely healed. I'll move to the inside of the other door. Are you scared yet? Should be. Anybody else excited for Halloween? I certainly am. I love Halloween. My favorite holiday. It's so much fun. Upside of wearing glasses is that a lot of times you don't get crap in your eyes as much because your glasses catch it. The downside is that if it's raining outside, you're pretty much blind. There's that. Why does this make me think of the movie Psycho? Yeah. Now, I'm going to try not to trip over myself. Wonder if there's pee packs to this side. I'm going to have to get more water. We'll come back a little bit later. And we're back at it. So I've wiped off a lot of it. Used the water to rinse it, and initially used this one, but and it worked really well actually. It seems like it got a lot of the stuff off. And you can literally see a little bit better through it. So yeah, you can see that it did a really good job. It's not perfect. Almost nothing that I do is perfect, but it is good enough, I think. Now I will just have to clean the bottom portion because it's gross. The thing with shower doors, which you're going to want to know if you make a decision to get a shower door, in theory, it's great. They're pretty, they're clean, but they're only clean if you clean them. And they take a lot of cleaning. And there's a lot of hard to reach places, like behind this little, you can't see it, there's a metal bar up above. And unless I take the door off, I'm not getting in there to clean it. It's just not going to happen. One of the weird up top parts, luckily I have really long monkey arms, so I can reach it, but you really have to want to get in there and get it. And today is a day that I want to. Again, not completely perfect. Cool thing is that you can see, like when you're on the inside, you can see what is still left to clean on the outside. And even though I thought I got it all, you can still see little like smears. Now, this part is probably just never going to be good. I might have to actually stand on a stool to get up there because I would like to get it at least better. But there's like, this stuff is just, it's just there. I don't know how to get it off. If you know how to get it off, dear Lord, please tell me, because I would love to do that. Especially love to do it without having to spend 4 hours sweating in my shower. I guess we all do what we have to do, right? It is my shower, after all. Even though I don't use it, the kids use it, but that means that I'm gonna be the one that has to do this all the time. See, people, this is why I don't want to own anything. Because if it wasn't mine, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have to worry about it. But since it's mine, I feel responsible for keeping it as nice as it can be. One day, it won't be mine. Because as somebody recently said to me, nothing is ever really ours. Like, you can't take it to your grave, which means you can only take care of it for the amount of time that you have it. So in the end, why really stress? Everything falls apart. I know that sounds very, fatalistic. Someone told me I was a fatalist once. Yeah, they're probably right. Bottom line is don't drive yourself crazy trying to keep things perfect because things don't stay perfect. Most things aren't perfect to begin with. But I'm getting an ab workout. Because apparently grunting makes everything work faster or harder. Hopefully, more. I can't even say sweet Lord of mercy. It's crazy. Because if you rub the absolute tar out of it, you really do start to see it come off. That was my knee. I might actually go grab some paper towel. And see if that does the trick. Stand by. I shall return. You gotta stay out there, Molly. Can't come in. So sorry. All right, paper towel. The texture's a little different. Maybe it will, I don't know, take off more. Definitely have to have some stamina to do this. So I'm thinking what the trick to this is. I'm not gonna have you sit here and watch me, but you gotta do it in tiny circles. The smaller and the more intense and purposeful seems to get the most off of this. I'm gonna do some work on this, and you guys go and have a nice cup of tea. I haven't even had breakfast yet, so I'm pretty happy because I do like to fast. But we'll be back in a minute. Scum. Not as bad as it was.